of whatever it is that you want, that is when true progress, true success, the things that you want in life is going to come. And I'm not talking about manifesting, because people are like, oh, you're just saying, I'm not saying that you're not going to have to go and do some work to get what you want. But I am
Hmm.
saying it has to start within. It has to start with this mindset that I am capable, that I do have worth, that I do have something to offer. And you have to know that not everybody is going to see your worth for what it is, right?
Ah.
Because there are people, there's this story that's been going around on social media, and we talked about it before, where this dad, he gives his daughter a Jeep, and he says, hey, I want to gift you this old Jeep, but I want you to take it and try and sell it at this, car dealership place.
Hmm.
And
Right.
they say, okay, we're going to offer you $1,000 for it. And she says, Dad, they offered me $1,000 for this Jeep. And he says, okay, well, now I want you to take it to a pawn shop. She takes it to a pawn shop,
Yeah.
and they say, we'll give you 100 for it because the engine's messed up. The paint job's not that great. We're going to have to, it's basically junk. It's only good, we can sell it for scraps, we'll give you $100 for it. She said, Dad, this place only gave me $100. I need to go back to that first place. And he says, no, wait. Go to this antique car show and take this Jeep and see what you get for it. She comes back. She says,
Ah.
Dad, they offered me $100,000 for this Jeep. They said that
Cha-ching.
it's good condition. There's not much wrong
Ah.
with it, that they don't make
Right.
Jeeps
Right.
like
Right.
this anymore. And his lesson to her was that not everybody is going to see your worth and offer you what what you should receive for what you can offer, right? And so his lesson is that you have to be in the right place with the right people. And a lot of people who are suffering from imposter syndrome say, well, I was just in the right place at the right time. Yes, that may be true, and that is okay. That's the whole point of this life, is that you have to be around the right people at the
Yes.
right
Absolutely.
time to get where you
Absolutely.
want. And so you have people walking around that thinking this is a negative thing, when just because you were at the right place at the right time does not mean that you were not the right person, right? Does not mean that you don't have the
I
worth
love it. I
that
love
these
it.
people
I
are
love
looking
it.
for.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so check this out. So you made me think of something. Essentially, there are people who don't recognize that they need to be in a certain place and with certain people
Hmm.
because they're comfortable being with the people who are not striving to do more.
Yeah. Or they're told that, or they think that's their only option. If you've never been exposed to anything else,
That's the only option, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know that there's these other people. Like, you got to find your people. And luckily enough, my parents were at a young age told me, you got to find your people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had people who've only wanted to offer me scraps for my work, and I've
Oh
had
yeah.
people,
Yeah.
who've wanted to offer me a lot for my work. There's no difference in the work. It's a difference in the people that are making
Yeah.
the
Right.
offer.
And what
You
a
know,
person is accustomed to, based upon
yeah,
what you're saying, a lot of people are just accustomed to, well, then this is a little bit better than I had before, so this is all I can do.
yeah,
And Bobby and Susie are doing the same thing, so this is about the best I can get. But what you're saying is there's more to becoming. Well, here we go. I'll pop this up on the screen. There's more to becoming the real deal than
oh yeah,
just accepting mediocre or crumbs.
hmm, yes,
Tell
yeah.
us about the real deal and your whole thing you got going on there.
Yeah. Well, the real deal is essentially identifying not only your self-worth, but identifying where that lack of self-worth came from, right? If you're on the journey of trying to figure out who you are and where you fit in society, you have to start and do some work, some inventory work of figuring out who told me that I wasn't good enough, or why do I think that I'm not good enough? Where are those coming from? Because you didn't just wake up and decide you weren't great. Kids don't do that.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Absolutely.
so you got to figure out, where did that start, right? And then you got to start doing some gardening to uproot those things. You gotta
Uh,
get that shovel out and
love it.
say, okay, this is a big root, right? I almost cursed. This is a big root, and I need to get this out.
I just want you to know, because you didn't.
Yes. I would be getting a phone call from my mom, like, excuse me. Yeah. Don't call me mom. But you got to get that shovel and you got to get that root and say, hey, Why is this so big? Why am I feeling this way? And you can't do it on your own. That is the other thing about the show. The real deal is no one figures out this life by themselves. It is impossible, right? There's so many, just like only you have something to offer that no one else can offer. There's someone who can see something that you cannot see, right? In yourself. It's like, look, hold on, wait a minute. You're a little too hard on yourself, right?
I love it.
You're criticizing yourself too much, right? And
Okay,
that takes a special type of person.
I got to pull that out of you one more time. So
Yeah.
sometimes, what? Only you can see? How did you say that? You just said something there about see.
Sometimes there's only someone else who can see that thing that you need to. They're not going to see the way that you see it, right?
Dropping knowledge, sister. That was good. I liked it. That was good. That was good. That was
And
really
so
good.
I have given several people permission in my life to say, hey, Bree, you were tripping, right? We need to rethink this thing, right? Or to tell them, I tell them, you know what? For example, I'll say, I remember when I was trying to create the show, The Real Deal. And the thought that kept coming to me, who am I to have a talk show, right?
Wow.
My 10 years of journalism did not matter to me. All of my experience before in public relations didn't matter to me. All of my time helping other podcasters start their own podcasts did not matter to me. It was, who am I to have my own talk show? I have nothing to offer. And
You're feeding all this. You're feeding everybody else.
Yes. But I'm not feeding myself. I'm not seeing that self-worth, right?
Yeah.
And I had all of these lists of things on the reasons why, that when it came down to it, it didn't matter. It was me feeling like I was inadequate for some reason, right? And so I had someone say, hey, Bree, let's look at the facts. And they brought the facts to my attention. Hey, you're a journalist. And I'm like, yeah, well, I wasn't on CNN. How many journalists get on CNN, Bree? Right? Oh, well, I'm not Oprah. Yeah, maybe you don't need to be Oprah, right? I had people come and say, maybe the world doesn't need another Oprah because they have an Oprah.
They need a Bree. They need a Bree. Look at you getting love on the screen from one of my most beautiful guests, just like you,
wow.
Dr. Marnie Hill Fodorero. Thank you, Marnie. Love you much. She's giving you love. It says, Bree, love how you articulate so beautifully. Ain't she good? Ain't she good? Look at me in my articulation. Beautiful compliment she's giving you. The garden analogy is awesome, she says to you. Thank you for the love. Paxton, you always find the best guests. Thank you. The best guests on the planet are right here on NATV Network. I had to do that real quick. All right, go ahead. You were saying, please.
Well, yeah. So I had people, and it's funny because the type of compliment I just got was something that I could not accept. It was something that I would twist and shift and say, oh, well, they have to say that. Or they just think that I'm nice and kind of, right? So I gave these people permission to kind of slap me around a bit, for lack of a better word, and say, Bree, let's uproot some of these things and let's start fertilizing something else, right? Let's pull out all these weeds. Let's pull out that root and let's plant something else, right?
Yeah.
And start nurturing those things. What is true? What are you good at? What is your heart? Because my heart wasn't just to get on TV and be seen. That wasn't the case. There are a lot of people out there who are like that, right? And they don't suffer from imposter syndrome.
No substance, substance. All show, no substance. Yes.
Yeah, but it was like you want to help people, and how can you do that? Can you do that with your show? Yes. Okay. So what are we going to do to make sure this happens? What are we going to do to make sure the right people see it? And what are we going to do? Let's say, if the numbers don't look the way that you want, if your brain starts to try going back and invalidating, all the things that you've built, right? Like I had already been doing, I was trying to invalidate my whole career so I wouldn't do this talk show, right? And so you have to have community, and that's what we talk about on the show, is you have to have community to help you through this, to not only encourage you, but to hold you accountable. Because that can go the other way. I don't need a whole bunch of yes men who tell me I'm great.
Oh, right.
Right.
And they're out there too. A lot of people surround themselves with that, and they think they're making great content. They think they're contributing to this planet. And in actuality, they're going, as it were, in circles. But you say a community is important.
Yes.
That helps move a person toward Well, a strong, energetic self-worth. How can people connect with you? Maybe you
Yeah.
can put it in the comment section if you want to type it
Yeah.
in. People can
Absolutely.
connect with you when they watch this back. You're getting some more love on the screen there. Dr. Marnie is saying gaslighting does a number on us and takes years to acknowledge and work through.
Very true.
That's absolutely true. And more people today are finding themselves second guessing themselves. They're second guessing themselves. Do me a huge favor. Let's see here. We got, you just sent me that in the private chat. I got all the information there. Everybody, just so you know, this is going to get posted, but I want you to make sure to go to on Instagram, right? Correct me if I say this wrong.
Yeah.
Bree Clark TV, right?
Yes, Bree Clark TV. Yeah, it's the same on Facebook. It's the same on YouTube. It's the same as the website, BreeClarkTV.com.
Website. Okay, that's what I wanted to get to. The website also BreeClarkTV.com, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bree with one E, and it's not Bree like the cheese.
Bree with one E.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. I know we could keep going. We've already done some things behind the scenes that it was pre-recorded. We're going to be putting out at some point. But I wanted everybody to get a chance to meet you. I tested out some of the content that you have with our audience and over 500,000 viewers that come through our channel. And everybody loves you so much. And I just wanted to make sure they got a chance to meet you today. We're going to do this again, correct? We are going to do the podcast
Absolutely.
again. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Here on this podcast network, we showcase a number of different podcasts, but I want to get to this. Now, I told you I had surprises.
Yes.
I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying to be serious. Okay, here we go. The surprises that I have for you, I'm not going to do them all today.
Okay.
But I am going to throw something up to you. It won't pop up on the screen, but I am going to say something to you, and I want you to just talk about it. And then we're going to get to something else. But here we go. The word is not going to pop up on the screen, but just say whatever pops into your mind. When you hear this four-letter word, the four-letter word is rest, R-E-S-T. What pops into your mind?
Oh, two things, because I fight with it a lot. Necessity and difficulty. Both of those things pop up into my head. The reason why is because for a long time, especially people who suffer from imposter syndrome or striving or a lack of self-worth, feel that rest takes away from their worth. If I have to rest, that means that I am not capable of doing something. If I have to rest, that means that I'm weak. If I have to rest, that means that I am not the right person for the job, right? Which is not the case. I mean, we need rest. Like our bodies, everything. Plants can't sit out in the sun all day. There's a nighttime cycle, right?
Oh, man. No. Hold on one second. That was good.
Thank you very much.
To our big studio audiences here today. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. That was good.
Well, we need rest. We need it. And for a long time, for me, rest felt lazy. It felt like laziness. My dad is a hard worker. I love him to death. I'm a big daddy's girl. He taught me how to cut the grass. I would paint. I mean, you should see some of the, I mean, I know that I look like I don't get dirty, but I do. I do the things like I do the things and I love it. I'll go out there and fix the car. I'll do those things. My dad was big on work, and that's how we bonded. And for a long time, my attachment to work was love. I will not be loved and appreciated if I'm not working. And so rest was hard for me because I didn't see that happen. But now as I'm older, I'm realizing he did rest. He just rested alone, like people do. Right. And so rest is important, but rest does not mean sleeping. Because for a while, they're like, well, I slept. It was like, yes, you slept. You did do that. Right. Maybe you got your 8 hours, but did you find something restful? And rest to me is not going to be the same as rest for you. Rest for me is me painting a wall. That is rest.
Oh,
right?
wow. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Rest for my husband is playing a video game. you know, rest for my son, all the energy he has, my little 5-year-old, right? Rest for him is playing with his little gujitsus, right? That is how they rest, right? And I rest. And it's very important to find that, because you can't do anything. You can't be successful at anything if you don't find the balance of rest. And it's not going to be perfect. You're never going to have a perfect balance of rest in life and work. It's not going to happen that way. But if you can get as close as possible, you will be set up better for it, right? Staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning is not going to help you get that promotion. It's just not.
Okay. So me staying up to 5 o'clock in the morning worried about this show with you is not okay. I got it. I got what you're saying, because I know I had the queen coming in today, so I had to get my act together. But okay, rest. We just talked about that. You promote being the real deal, solidifying self-worth, moving through trauma, holding on to who you really are, and not falling for being a part of the imposter syndrome process. How are you holding up, considering now that you're, well, with child?
Yeah. Yes, I am pregnant. Yes.
Okay, I'll get you one of these again.
Another one coming on. Yes, we are early. I am having to find the balance between that, because I already, I was like, yeah, I'm doing the thing. I figured out rest and everything. And then you throw being pregnant on top of that.
Yeah.
And it's, I am finding that I have to give myself grace, because there are things that I can't do that I want to do. I can't go. There are naps that I have to take, and I get angry.
Look
when I
at
have to
you.
take those
Look
naps.
at you.
Yeah.
So young, talking about naps. It's just really.
Yeah.
So
And I'm
you
like,
you find that the naps, the rest you need to get, help you hold on to your self-worth instead of attacking your self-worth as if you're not sufficient.
yes. And it's a daily process. I'm not going to say that I have it completely figured out, because I'm not going to, this is a real deal. I'm not going to lie to y'all and say that I have this figured out. But I do know the steps and the processes when it comes to my thought process and rest that I have to take when I'm starting to feel like, darn it, I took a 2-hour nap and there was these things that I needed to do. And I go through that beating up process, and I have to say, wait a minute, hold on. Did you need to rest? Yes. Did you
Okay.
have an option not to sleep? No.
Okay. So we're going to wrap this up, because, of course, we don't want to take too much of your time. We've already talked about how long we were going to try to do this. So as you listen to the show, it may seem like I'm cutting Bree off, but Bree and I know she's trusting me that I move this along within a certain time frame, because she needs to get her rest, and she has an actual TV show that she does. With your years of experience, journalist, TV host, and a number of things that you do, there's so much on your horizon that you and your hubby are looking to try to do. But I need to move to this part of the show in which we do this, the advice segment of the show. So give some advice to individuals who maybe need rest, dealing with trauma, self-worth. We've touched on those things. How can they hold on to their self-worth? What advice can you give them based upon, well, what we've talked about today?
Yeah. I mean, if they've liked what I've heard so far, on The Real Deal, we're in the middle of our second season, but our whole first season is seven episodes that talks about imposter, self-worth, and all the different things that it can be attached to. We talked about how it's attached to social media and comparison culture. We talked about how it could be attached to fallen dreams, or dreams that you feel like you have not been able to pursue. We even break down in the whole first episode. I sit down with Angela Garrigan, and we talk about, she's a LCSW, and we talk all about how you can, what imposter syndrome is, and how you can identify it, what it looks like, the 5 types, because it looks like this for different people. We talk about how it shows up in men. So we break down in each episode what you can do. And then in the comments, we have different materials. There is Lisa Orbe Austin. She has a book called Your Unstoppable Greatness. And then there's Valerie Young, who has spearheaded the Imposter Syndrome Academy to help people figure that out. Sooner or later, we were going to have a book ourselves for The Real Deal, where we talk about imposter syndrome and navigating life, journalism, and all the things for some of our younger folks, to kind of help them out. And you can find all of that stuff on my channel at Bree Clark TV, and you can also find it on the website. We also have some merchandise.
Go. No, I ain't stopping you. Keep going. Go on, keep going. Keep going.
And well, see, this is the thing.
You don't have no merch right. You don't have no merch right there. That's my bad.
I mean, I do.
I should have told you. Oh, you do?
I mean, when you go to the website, I mean,
okay, go to the website, you guys. Bree Clark TV .com. Go to the website. That's Bree with one E. Go. Let me see. I want to see the merch. I know you showed me something. Let me see. Oh, okay, I love it. Real deal.
People do the fanny pack now. They're just kind of walking around with these things.
Yes, folks. They are. Yes, yes, they are.
Which is, it's just basically proclaiming it, owning it, and saying, yeah, I am the real deal, because that is one of the best things that you can do today. Every morning when you wake up, instead of your long list of affirmations, just saying I am the real deal can make all the difference.
Well, wait, I know we're supposed to be going because you got other things you got to do. So you didn't see, of course, I told you I got surprises. Here we go. 5 words. I don't even know if that'll trigger anything for you, but I picked it up off of your Instagram. I think it is. You got a video. 5 words. I am the real deal. Did I say that right? Is that what you got? Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So why are those 5 words important? I know I'm throwing stuff into you, but go ahead, lay it out to us.
Because your mind automatically, the moment it comes out of your mouth, you are retraining your brain. You're telling yourself that I am the real deal. Instead of saying I'm great, I am loved, all these things, I am the real deal. It takes a lot for your brain to go, nope, I'm fake. You can say no one loves you.
Kind of hard to make a U-turn after you say enough to yourself is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I heard that and I thought that was awesome. I'm going to move you along here. Now, I'm going to keep sticking it in because I know I got a little bit more time. So 3 things concerning imposter syndrome. What are those 3 things?
The 3 things to overcome.
Wait, hold on one second. Wait. We're doing this live. We're just making this up as we go here. And she volunteered to be the first one I could torture this way. So everybody, hold on one second. I'm going to try something. Here we go. I'm just going to make this up as we go here. I'm going to pop this over here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try something here. Let's see if hopefully everybody can hear this, but here we go. Did I do it? No, I didn't do it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Here we go. No, didn't pop through. Oh, I got to unmute it. You're going to hate me. All right. It's the 3 things. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm going to play with it while you're talking. Yeah. This is live. I hate.
So these are 3 things to help you overcome?
Yes. But go ahead. What are the 3 things?
So, first, you identify. You make a list of all your thoughts. Second is you find the opposite of those thoughts. Write those down. The third thing is to share them with a friend. That goes back to what we were talking about with community, to help you move past those things. Those are the 3 things that you can do today.
Everybody's looking at me like I'm a squirrel and I'm moving around and I'm smiling because I figured it out. Hold on a second. I hear you, but I figured it out. And they're like, man, I'm never watching this guy again. It's okay. I've got a pretty big audience already. But what I was going to say is, do you like that? That was really bad. So
he knows he's the real deal. He said it.
Hold on one second.
Right.
Can you hear it?
Opposite of those thoughts, because they're lies, and then just share them with a friend, someone you trust.
That sounded like what you just said. Okay.
Past them. Do those 3 things today.
This is from Instagram, by the way. So here we go.
3 things to help you tackle your imposter syndrome. Write down all your thoughts. Write the opposite of those thoughts, because they're lies, and then just share them with a friend, someone you trust, to help you move past them. Do those 3 things today.
I could keep playing this over and over, but I'm not going to do that to you. So anyhow, that was your twin via Instagram. Look, everybody, the whole purpose of us getting together today and coming across to you was not for likes, shares, follows, and all those kind of things that happen in the ego system of social media, where everybody kind of puffs up their ego. We wanted you to get a chance to meet a positive, informative, and encouraging woman. Bree Clark, that's exactly who you are. And you and your hubby and your family are doing a great job. But right now, we need to call an end to this and move on to some other things. Anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to pass on?
No, you're the real deal. That's.
Wait, I'm the real deal, or just
everyone? You and everyone. Yes.
Okay, so here we go, everybody. If you have something that you're troubled with, what do they need to do, Bree?
Yeah. If they have something that they're having trouble with. So my email address is actually on there. right? And I check it. It's not, my assistant and everything. He does the other things.
Yeah.
But any message that you send me on Instagram, I see, right? And if I don't respond, that means it went to my spam. So just send me
Yeah.
a comment on one of my posts and say, hey, I sent you a message. You didn't see it, right?
Yeah.
And I will get back to you within 24 hours. I will get back to you. And just say, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. What do you think I can do? And I guarantee you, if I don't have an answer, I have a whole list of
Yeah.
experts who will know how to help
That's
you
what
out.
I like. That's what I
Yeah.
like. Okay, everybody. So to my audience, yes, subscribers, but we have 90% or watching this are people who do not subscribe. We love you immensely. You told us this is what you wanted. This is the first of many, not just coming from Bree. We have Lila Aiken Ali. We have Annie 2.0. There's a number of podcasts coming your way specifically geared toward what you told us you wanted. We've been researching for the past 2.5 years, and we put it together. Bree is leading the way and coming here. You're gonna see Crystal Nicole Black. You'll see her back again as well. There's so many things we put together, but we wanted to make sure, Bree, you were the person who kicked it off for everybody else. So we love it immensely what you said and done today. The audience is gonna love it too. Everybody, we're done. But go over to Bree Clark TV if you want more. Right, Bree?
Yes.
Support her with her merch. Hey, if you just want to donate to her because she's having the baby, do that too. For the days that you feel you want to support her, because sometimes you need to get your rest, and that's like right about now. All right, we're out of here, everybody. Bree, we'll give everybody a wave. Get it in my camera here somewhere.
Yep.
Wave, everybody. We'll see you guys later. All right, we're out of here. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Bree. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate.